Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the heart and soul of the WWE. Welcome to NXT. Tonight on NXT, due to medical reasons, Cassius Ohno and Leo Kruger cannot compete. So, in its place, we will see Joe Henning take on the returning MVP. We'll see Divas in action when the anti-diva Paige takes on current WWE Divas champion Kaitlyn. And the Big E Open continues tonight on NXT. And we're underway with Joe Henning versus MVP. Quite frankly, two of the hottest stars here in NXT. Up-and-comers. Let's not forget Joe Henning's father, Mr. Perfect, and his grandfather, Larry the Axe Henning. Two legends and WWE Hall of Famers in this business. Michael McGillicuddy, better known as his ring name Joe Henning, is the future of this company. He has so much potential and so much promise in this company that WWE, as of right now, keeps sending him back down to NXT. Now, if you guys remember, a while back, he was a part of that CM Punk's new Nexus. After Wade Barrett was thrown out and left and went back over to SmackDown with Justin Gabriel and numerous other characters and formed the Core. MVP leaving the company after a short time, coming back from New Japan Pro Wrestling, calling Vince McMahon up and saying, Vince, you need MVP. You need the most valuable player. You need Montel Vontavious Porter back in this company. And I don't care where you put me, I'll work my way back up and prove to you that I am the most valuable player in your company. And that's exactly what it is. Vince McMahon paid out the money to have MVP come to WWE once again. This matchup is going to be so great. These guys are really great, talented athletes, and to see how well they'll work together going against each other in this match. The fans are going crazy. Let's go, Joe. Let's go, MVP chants fill the Full Sail University arena. The fans are into this match. These guys have so much promise and will be future contenders in the WWE. Joe Henning has been born and bred for this business. Third generation superstar, multi-time tag team champion. I mean, what can you say about Joe Henning that hasn't already been said? His father, multi-time Intercontinental champion, Mr. Perfect. His grandfather, Hall of Famer, Larry the Axe Henning, is just that right there. Gives and legitimizes Joe Henning's in-ring prowess. Is that he is the it factor of NXT. He is the future of this business, and you can't stress that enough, that Joe, these guys are really jockeying for position and not wanting to give one another the upper hand, and that's pure wrestling talent in this ring right now. MVP is trying to catch his breath because Michael McGillicuddy keeps bringing it to Joe, and it is just amazing that these two athletes are going out there and delivering a one-on-one match, and it's just phenomenal. This will, quite frankly, be the best match in NXT history. And don't forget about MVP. I mean, he was United States champion, tag team champions. He was feuded with Matt Hardy. He feuded with Mr. Kennedy. He feuded with Randy Orton and numerous other guys. He competed in Money in the Bank matches. It's just, this guy is the MVP of the World Wrestling Entertainment. Montel Vontavious Porter is the man. He is the MVP. And Vince made an amazing choice bringing him back to the company, because how many times have people chanted MVP during a match? Or we want MVP. Or we want Montel Vontavious Porter. I mean, come on. Do you not remember the lounge for the MVP? The show that he made famous on SmackDown. This match is just so epic. Reversals and counters all over the place. Well executed drop kicks all around. This match is just amazing. These guys are going all out and just delivering 5-star. And now wonder why Vince is so prominent on the future of the WWE superstars and the WWE talent. Because just take a look at this match here. These guys are trying their best. and are going out there and performing in crowds of 1,000 and trying to get back up to the main roster on Raw and on SmackDown to be Intercontinental or US or Tag Team or United or WWE Champion or World Heavyweight Champion. And these guys have what it takes to be just that. Michael McGillicuddy setting him up, paying homage to his late father with the perfect plex. Will that be enough? 1, 2, 3. Joe wins. We'll be back with Divas action after a word from our sponsors. And we're underway with Divas action here. What can we expect out of these two? Kaitlyn is the current Divas champion on Raw and SmackDown, and she has been on a tremendous roll as of late. So has Paige. She's been feuding with Summer Rae. She hurt her left shoulder several weeks ago, and she's been in training ever since, knowing that sooner or later she would get a chance to compete against the Divas champion. Now, what can we expect out of this matchup? Because both Divas have what it takes to be top contenders in their division. Currently, Kaitlyn is at the top of that division. So for her to come down and compete with the NXT Divas is a tremendous thanks and respect. Because when she was up and coming on FCW, you had the same thing. You had her competing with WWE's top Divas on Raw and SmackDown. Right now, we see Kaitlyn getting worked over by Paige, and Paige is showing great strength in this match. What will happen if Paige is able to score a pinfall on the current Divas champion? What would that do for her career in NXT? Could that possibly be a call-up to WWE live roster and compete with some of the top Divas up there? Or will she be focused on one of the WWE pay-per-views? Time will tell. Here we see Kaitlyn getting the upper hand now. We see Kaitlyn trying to make a comeback on Paige. Will it be enough to pick up the win? Oh my God, off the top rope, shoulder tackle. What a maneuver. Kaitlyn is really taking Paige to school. Let's not take anything away from these two Divas. These two Divas are really showcasing their talents in this matchup. Kaitlyn is showing the reason why she is the WWE Divas champion. And Paige is showing why she is a force to be reckoned with here in the NXT Divas division. Over the years, we've had so many different types of divas, but we've never had an anti-diva. A diva who doesn't care the way she goes out and looks, and she goes out and she delivers every single time. She could have been easily competed in the Attitude Era with the likes of Trish Stratus. And what a snap suplex by Kaitlyn. The fans are really going crazy for these two divas. Let's go Paige, let's go Kaitlyn chants fill the Full Sail University arena. It is just an amazing atmosphere here tonight. Oh, a reversal. Kick out by Paige. Uh-oh. Is she going to hit it? Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Reverse DDT. Is she going to set her up for the spear? Is she going to set her up for the spear? We've seen her hit this spear in past matches. Nice reversal into DDT by Paige. Reversal, shoulder tackle, leg drop. Uh-oh. Is she setting up for the spear? Is she going to hit the spear? Is she going to connect? Spear! 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 Will that be enough to put Paige down? 2, 3. Kaitlyn wins. And we'll be back with the Big E Open. And here comes the reigning NXT World Heavyweight Champion, Big E Langston. If we all remember last week, Big E issued a open challenge to anyone on the current NXT, WWE, SmackDown, and Raw roster. And I think he was surprised on who accepted his open challenge last week. None other than the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. But even though with the odds stacked against him, Big E was able to overcome Mark Henry and make Mark Henry submit in a bear hug. That was probably one of the most epic wins in Big E's career with NXT and WWE. Tonight, we'll find out what Big E has to say about last week's match and who will accept his open challenge for this week and a shot at the NXT World Heavyweight Championship. Last week was the first Big E Open match. Mark Henry was the first. He tried to induct me into his Hall of Pain, but failed. Mark gave me a run for my money, but he couldn't get the job done, which brings me to tonight. The Big E Open continues. The talking is over. Let's go, whoever you are. Wow! The Great Khali has accepted Big E's open challenge for a shot at the NXT World Heavyweight Championship. Now you talk about a monster. This guy stands over 7 feet tall. He is one of the most feared competitors in the WWE. And he bursted onto the scene years ago, taking guys like Undertaker, Kane, Big Show, guys like Kane, and winning the World Heavyweight Championship, competing in matches such as the Punjabi Prison, Hell in the Cell, Steel Cage matches, being a multi-time World Heavyweight Champion. Can the Great Khali pull off an upset here tonight and pick a win over the reigning defending NXT World Heavyweight Champion? We'll have to see next with the Big E versus the Great Khali. Look how the Great Khali towers over the top rope. It is unprecedented that he is probably one of the most dominant in WWE history. Here we see the referee getting ready to hoist up the prestigious NXT World Heavyweight Championship. And we're underway with the Big E Open. The Great Khali has accepted Big E's challenge to compete for a chance to be NXT World Champ. Now, over the last several weeks, I've said Big E is going to be doing big things here on NXT and in the WWE Raw and SmackDown roster. As we all know, he is currently teamed with AJ and Dolph Ziggler as their muscle, and he's been doing great things. He has showed his strength against guys like John Cena. At Elimination Chamber last Sunday, he destroyed Kofi Kingston after a match with Dolph Ziggler. He also has done big things with destroying Mark Henry last week on NXT in the Big E Open. This is what makes the Big E Open so great, is that you never know who will return and accept this challenge. I definitely can't wait to see on this current NXT Big E Open is that we've had Khali and Mark Henry. Who could possibly be the next challenge for Big E? It could be Zack Ryder. It could be Kane. It could be the Big Show. It could be anybody. That is the greatest thing ever, is that you never know. Here we see Big E trying to take it to the Great Khali, but is met with counters by the Great Khali. Here we see Big E with a hip toss. Now, Big E is taking it to the Great Khali because Big E does not want to lose here tonight. Because if he loses, he'll lose his NXT World Championship. Khali is getting assaulted in this match. Oh my God, I've never seen the Great Khali be thrown around the way he is in this match tonight. Oh, double axe handle off the top rope. Big E is really taking it to the Great Khali. Man, this is the reason why this boy is world champion here in NXT. Big things in the future of Big E. And I hope and pray that WWE Raw will utilize him the way that he properly should. And that is be world champion someday. Here's Big E hitting those triple backbreakers that he did on Mark Henry last week. He is possibly setting up the Great Khali for the bear hug that he used last week on Mark Henry. The Great Khali is not being able to mount an offense. Here we see, a sidewalk slam out of a clothesline reversal. What power by the Great Khali. Big E setting him up for the big end. He connects. Will that be enough to put Khali down? Kick out by Khali at 2. What a match here, ladies and gentlemen. What a match. Here we go with another backbreaker. Here we go, belly to belly. We've seen him do this in the past where he's connected with 3 of these. Is he going to hit a second, a third? No. He's working the body with a vicious combination. It looks like Big E is working on the head now. Could he be possibly setting him up for a submission, for a Cobra clutch? And the Khali is opened up. Great Khali is wearing a crimson mask. Again, more punches to that open wound of the Great Khali. Here we go. We're going to see the Big E splash. He connects. We've seen him hit this early in the night. Is he setting him up for the big end? Yes, he is. Big end connects. Will this be enough to put the Khali down? 1, 2, 3. Big E wins. Here is your winner and still NXT World Champ, Big E Langston. Thank you for tuning in to this week's NXT episode, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in next week to see who will accept the Big E Open. Also, we'll see Bray Wyatt take on Cassius Ohno. And we'll see Divas action when Alicia Fox returns to take on Summer Rae. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and good night from Full Sail University.